organization was started initially as a way to kind of leverage the little bit of resources shops and restaurants had into bigger marketing and bigger advertising, and also to help give them a voice in city government. Really, downtown has almost everything in between. We've got tech companies, we've got community development organizations, we've got excellent restaurants. And all, because they're locally owned, they're here for a reason. They chose to be in Downtown Bryan. It wasn't just lease space off the highway. There's something about our area that's attractive to them.
My name is Jose Quintana. I'm the president of AdventGX, a community development company that specializes on developing new models for economic and community development in rural areas and underserved urban communities. Our mission being innovation, entrepreneurship, and heritage preservation in support of community development. That type of model it's quite difficult to implement in certain communities that do not have a university or international community like we have here. So kind of from a selfish perspective, this was ideal to be able to bring all these different aspects into a space that has so much heritage like downtown. Here downtown, so one of our objectives is to be able to keep, first of all, to provide a creative and innovative culture in downtown. And so we try to attract all these companies that, or individuals in some cases, that really would like to be in an environment where it's not just about the engineering, not just about the science, but it's also about the culture. One of the projects that obviously kind of stayed here is the Stafford Theater. So the purpose there was to be able to leverage a great piece of history, of heritage in our community, a 150-year-old plus building, and not only rescue the building, but bring a great use to it. So now it's a live music venue, but also hosts some of our science and technology lectures. And so that in itself, I think is a great example of how the hard work and the deliberate planning towards bringing good quality experiences to a town has resulted in a thriving business. The Stafford, I would say the ROI, the return investment on it, relates more to the community building aspect of it.
When I started the Frame Gallery, it was two things. One, to do framing, so putting frames on artwork or pictures or Aggie diplomas or whatever. And the other aspect of the Frame Gallery is an art gallery. So I wanted to give local artists, including myself, a place for them to show their work. Here we always put new art on the wall, so the artists bring in new work. So that's new for people that walk in the door. And then we almost always have a jazz trio. So we have live music, and then they usually set up over there. We have a piano that lives here, and the drums and stuff. So, and then we always have a free art activity for kids. So kids can be, 3 to 93. Just some simple art project. But at the end of the evening, it's usually the high school and college kids sitting around the table, painting with watercolors or temper paint or something.
The interesting thing about any downtown, is that as your community changes, and it always does, the ways in which your downtown is going to serve your community changes. So what's exciting about that is that it's an ongoing process. You're constantly reevaluating the needs of the community, and you're responding.
I think the whole downtown, kind of the trend right now is to continue to build very good quality housing solutions, mixed use, retail and residential. So all that is great for us as a company. What we want to do is eventually actually kind of convert downtown into an experiential learning space, so that we can bring all these other communities into downtown on a regular basis, and they can experience and learn in an open classroom environment.
Sometimes painting is about the process or the experience of doing it. It's not always about this fantastic final result, because it may not happen. The fantastic final result. Yeah.